Scam Lee says that if Tammy loans him $10,000 for 500 days, he will turn that into $30,000. And so she has total peace of mind. What he recommends doing is writing her a promise note. Rather than going and getting a legal document all done up and making it all fancy-nancy, he knows how to write documents. It gets worse. He's now telling other people in the community to write promise notes for people who want to get into We Are All Satoshi and tell them that they must go to every Zoom meeting for the next 500 days because he's trying to create hype to get his next Ponzi scheme off the ground. This is a video that I watched about a week ago, and I chopped out all the little unnecessary bits. I haven't altered the context of it all. It's as it comes out of the Zoom meeting, but I didn't want to bore you guys. No. I thought, and I'm going to play it and let you listen to the propaganda of Sam. I think he might have been drinking again. I could be wrong. I'll let you figure that out yourself. I'm Danny de Hek, aka the Crypto Ponzi Scheme Avenger. I earned that nickname by having a whole featured article about me in the New York Times. They published my quest, how I want to name and shame anyone running a Ponzi scheme or a scam. Now, buckle up and watch this spew come out of Scam Lee's mouth as he tries to convince people that you can just write an IOU note on a piece of paper and loan people money. He also claims that if you invest your money into his platform, 30% of that money will go into the Horizon Vault. And the Horizon Vault is buying Bitcoin at a discounted rate. And then they're going to, after 500 days, it's going to be really scarce because Bitcoin is going up from $30,000 a coin to $100,000 over the next 500 days. Sam Lee knows lots of really amazing stuff, and he's becoming a little bit like a dictator. If you watch my previous video, you'll see exactly what I am talking about. Hey, please do subscribe, hit the bell, and also hit the thumbs up and put a comment in here. I'd love to know your thoughts on Sam Lee and what he's been up to. And also any information on any of the people doing the presentations, names, addresses, countries they're from. I'm building a database. I'm going to take him off the streets, or I'm going to take him off the screens, as they say. So this is the video. Let's get straight into it. This is Sam Lee. As I said, it recorded about a week ago, but this is one of the most funniest things I've seen, because writing a promise note when loaning people money is stupid, and you might as well write it on toilet paper. Okay, over to you, Sam. I'll just listen in. This is about 20 minutes long. I will stop along the way.
Everything's great. I almost put myself to sleep on the UK prime time.
And I tell you what, it's really hard watching these videos because it's starting to get a bit repetitive. It's like he is gaslighting people into thinking a certain way.
Just because of how hard I've been working.
Oh.
All right, done.
Okay.
Done. So I just want to highlight that, yes, I did immediately knock off after my UK prime time Zoom. I also did get some good rest, okay? It wasn't some, shitty coffee followed by some shitty rest. It was a very good rest. Okay. And now I am drinking very good coffee because, this is homemade into the cup.
Now, I'm a bit dubious about him saying he's drinking coffee, and I think he's actually drinking other stuff or doing other stuff. Who knows? However, saying that he's deprived of sleep could be the reason he slurs his words, and obviously how he comes out with some really unusual things. I know because I drink myself, and I know the effects it can have on people.
Yeah, the good stuff. So I just want to highlight that the two big things I will be covering will be covered very, very quickly, okay? Very, very quickly, because you know what? It's all about speed. And yes, if you want to hear a slower version of this presentation, then go to the official Zoom for today, which is UK prime time, which was 3.5 hours, I think 4 hours ago, to be more exact. That Zoom is uploaded on YouTube, and you guys can watch me go very slowly and almost fall asleep right in front of everybody, okay?
I feel he's very condescending. Now remember, it doesn't matter what Sam says or what he promises you. There's no way in hell in 500 days anything he says will still be here, and he's got a whole checkered history of running Ponzi schemes and scams, going right back to Collanstar Capital, Blockchain.Global, to Bitcoin Group, and then obviously you've heard of Hypercapital, Hyperfund, Hyperverse, Hypernation, Hypercosmos, Hyperplanet, and there's Hyper NFTs, and this is his last Ponzi scheme. He claims that he isn't Hyperverse, but I have proven that he is corporate. He is part of Ryan Jew, Jaden Wee, and obviously Sam Lee are the people that ran Hyperverse. Now everyone's lost Hyperverse. In between him recording this video and just a couple of days ago, he now claims that he's going to start up Hyperverse again. Now that sounds ridiculous. Yes, it does. What he's doing, he's getting everyone's login details. And how would he have access to Hyperverse? And how would he have access to actually starting that up again if he is genuine and he claimed that he had nothing to do with controlling what happened to Hyperverse? It's just ridiculous. I've got tons of videos on Hyperverse. I did my time with Hyperverse, and now I just see this guy fooling newbies that haven't gone back and researched his history.
Perfect. Look, it's always good stuff when I put my heart and soul into it. All right, let's go. So number one, the elephant in the room, Hyperverse. Okay? Apparently, my super emotional responses to them have prevented them from turning off and changing the smart contract. So
if you don't know what a smart contract is, you're like me, I don't really know, but I thought it was a contract that didn't have any human interference. So Hyperverse come out a few days ago and basically said they were wiping the smart contract out, which basically meant that no one would ever get their tokens back from Hyperverse, no matter what the value. Sam put pressure on them. He gave them 24 hours. He's talking to himself, ladies and gentlemen. And now, unfortunately, he reckons he saved the smart contract and he's going to start up Hyperverse, as I just said a few seconds ago.
So apparently the HBT smart contract is still live. Yay! Now that's a small win. Okay, that's a small win. Because it just means that they don't want to move away from the status quo. Okay, they are not running. Okay.
And he reckons he signs an NDA with they, who is him, and also that he's worried about this NDA standing up in court, which is the dumbest thing I've ever heard, that no one in a company that's running a scam is going to have anything to do with a courtroom.
Not just gonna close the smart contract and, as per their press release, consequently put an end to all.
I wouldn't call an in-house note that got published in the back end a press release. I would call it a note to the community. We're closing the doors, we've done our exit strategy, and we're out of here.
HBT withdrawals. Okay, so again, congratulations everyone. It's a small win, but I'll take it. Okay, I'll take it.
Take it.
Now, I will also request Tammy that this time next week we do a 6:30 US time Hyperverse update.
Now, if you're not familiar who Tammy is, Tammy was one of the people that were running Zoom meetings and running meetings for the hyper community for Hyperverse. So it is kind of ironic that all these people that were running Hyperverse, if you go to my video previous this one, you can see I named and shamed over 70 of the people doing the presentations for not Hyperverse, for We Are Satoshi. Oh, I can't say it again. Let's get that right. We are all Satoshi. And these are the people that are stealing the money. Remember this, be clear. There's nothing to do with what Sam is offering that's legitimate. Even if it is legitimate, People are withdrawing the funds as soon as you deposit your money when you sign up for a membership, which is starting at $100, but then they strongly encourage you to purchase your left leg and your right leg because it's a binary, and that means that you need to spend $300, and it's a rinse and repeat, exactly the same as what they did with Hyperverse, because obviously Hyperverse got some major traction. They claim that 1.5 million people signed up for Hyperverse. I don't believe that's true because that's $4 billion. But what I do believe is true, we added up that 52% of the money that went into Hyperverse could get withdrawn as soon as it hit the platform. And that was from the multi-level marketers. So you've got the Keith Williams, you've got the Bitcoin Rodneys, you've got the Clayton Fords, you've got the Brenda Chunga, and then you've got, like if you look at the picture in the background here, you can see all the people along the bottom. And these are the people that have stolen money from people in the past with Hyperverse, and they alleged that Sam Lee was someone good in the community, and he was basically in bed with Ryan Zhu, who had 300 different entities that he was part of and chairman of and all this. And this is all rubbish, because I did say in my last video, you can go and watch it, and I showed you how Sam Lee did a runner from Australia and went into hiding for 8 months, and he stole $50 million from Australian investors from a company that he managed to get on the Australian share market after 3 attempts, and that was called Global. 40% of that company was owned by Ryan Zhu, which is a company called Colin Star Capital. They disappeared, and at the same time that they disappeared, they both went into hiding. We don't know. I assume that Sam Lee's in Dubai. We don't know where Ryan Zhu is. People are looking for him actively. And also, Sam Lee, what happens if he gets locked up in jail? Just saying. So now you've got these guys that are in hiding. And at exactly the same time that they launched Hypernation, which was a real amazing, stupid platform and a real spin-off going into dictatorship, Mr. H and all that sort of stuff, Sam Lee tried to launch and come out of hiding, tried to launch Stable Deo. I'm not going to go through it all again. You just need to be patient. If you're going to invest, you need to watch some of my videos so you can see all the history. But it did seem like that they had a bit of a head-banging session, and Sam Lee then tried to steal the community of Hyperverse or Hypernation, and then everything's lit up, and there's sort of a bit of a war going back and forth. Now, since then, as he claimed, Hyperverse or Hypernation has shut their smart contract down, which means people would never get the money out of it. And now he claims that he's forced them to open it up again, and now he's saying that he's going to start up Hyperverse again. I don't believe the numbers, but I do believe that the people who are making the money here is the multi-level marketers. So forget about the smokescreen, what he's doing, and let's carry on, listen to the dribble, and listen to the stupid idea of writing a loan from someone you don't know that can't be backed up by anyone on a piece of paper actually pans out.
Okay?
Done.
Because you know what? Yes, it's a small win that they didn't turn off the smart contract, okay? But it still leaves us in limbo.
Yeah.
And you know what? I hate it when things are not moving forward, and I'm pretty sure you guys hate it too, okay? So let's move forward, but give me a week so that my team has put a roadmap together, okay, for us to deliver, okay?
One other thing I will say, if you go through my videos, you'll see a video there where Sam Lee, as he says, he will sign a petition against Hyperverse. And we've got that recorded. If there's 1.5 million people involved in Hyperverse, then why has only 1,700 people come forth and put their name down so they could do a class action lawsuit against an entity that no one knows who it is? But it's just me going on. But let's listen. So just bear that in mind. Why would Sam sign a petition to do a class action lawsuit against Hyperverse? He claims that he talks to them every day. He also claims that the software that runs Hyperverse that allegedly was hacked by a hacker back in January 2022 is all provided by his company called Hypertech Group. And Hypertech Group is basically providing, theoretically, all the platforms that these Ponzi schemes run on. So we've had VidiLook, which was started up by Gareth, which was a friend of Sam's. Now, Sam, that lasted 6 weeks. People lost their money, and now Sam said he's going to help people get their 1 times back. They do this every time to keep stringing people along. Would you believe that VideoLook is now going to launch VideoLook version 2, claiming that VideoLook original was actually only a beta program. And people lost money in that. I think the numbers were just ridiculous. I think it was 90,000 people. I could be wrong, but it was something ridiculous. And then you've got Stable Deo. Now, Stable Deo was designed to get your passport, your driver's license, your first name, your home address, all your personal details. You're giving it to this guy who's a scammer, who's already ran off with $50 million from Australian investors through his old company called wewe.Global. We've got videos of where Sam was brought up. I've got videos showing where Sam used to live. There's a YouTube channel called Project Frugal, and Vinny did 10 videos showing the complete history of Sam, Ryan, and Jaden Wee. And also, it's just breathtaking watching where this guy has come from. It's not a good history, guys, ladies and gentlemen. It's a bad history. And now the fact that he's managed to stick it up Ryan Jew and Jaden Wee, and then go after the community, and there's a bit of a war going on, is just breathtaking. But let's him carry on talking his dribble.
So, 6:30 prime time US.
Yep.
On a Thursday. No, sorry, on a Wednesday. Okay, on a Wednesday. Let me get some coffee in me. Okay, 30 minutes is all I need to get you guys excited about me building Hyperverse. Okay? For reals this time! For reals this time!
So does that mean he was building Hyperverse last time? And did he realize that all the Hypernation stuff was just stupid crap? You know, the graphics that are coming out that they're producing for wewe.Satoshi are very much the same as the graphics that they're doing. They all must use the same graphics company. I've got a video of Ryan Zhu saying that he has 1,000 programmers back in China. And we believe that this is all controlled by like the Chinese mafia or a criminal network. Let's just say I know where Sam Lee is living and whose house he's living in at the moment. And I also know that he's not paying his own rent. Now, how do I know that stuff? That's because I believe there's a criminal network out there funding these guys to start these Ponzi schemes. They are under the thumb to deliver, and they're trying every trick in the book. I mean, just a couple of days ago, they were struggling to get 350 people in their Zoom meetings. And in this video, I think this is the one where he said he's going to wait around until they get 500. And he encourages everyone in the group to invite other people to inflate the numbers in the Zoom. The very next day, he told everyone that he was going to promote the Zoom meeting, and he showed a screenshot of 3,000 people in the Zoom meeting. One of the profiles right next to the screenshot was VideoLook. Now, VideoLook was the program I was just talking about. It's like they get these communities together. And there's also another group. There's David, Troy, and there's 3 of them. The Satoshi group, I can never get it. The Satoshi group, can't remember. There's another community that's just come back in to wewe.Satoshi. And it's like all these dying Ponzi schemes are coming back because this is the only one that sounds interesting at the moment. And they're all about taking people's money with the multi-level marketers. I'm trying to think of the other guy. Troy, David, and Marcus are 3 guys. Now, if you've been following all this, you'll know who I'm talking about. They have their own community. They claim to be a safe haven for people to go to who are trying to get their money back, hoping they could get their money back. They held a Zoom meeting, and then all of a sudden they dropped the Novatech FX group into the Zoom meeting, and they were trying to tell people they need to diversify. Don't put all your money into all the Ponzi schemes, but put them in multiple Ponzi schemes. Now, Stable Deo, Sam Lee, claims that he's going to help people spot the good Ponzi schemes and the bad Ponzi schemes. And he's going to teach people who are multi-level marketers how to make money. That's why they're doing all the recruiting at the moment. He knows that these systems don't last, but he's encouraging the multi-level marketers to become sharp tools and be able to recruit people quickly at all cost. And when you've been following this like I have, it just infuriates me. And I want to stop these guys. I want to get them off the street. I want you guys to savvy up and listen to what I'm saying, because you will not win. If you think you can put your money in and get your, first thing they teach you to do is get your initial investment back. Then they encourage you to recruit your friends and family. How are you going to feel when it falls over? Like VideoLook only lasted 6 or 8 weeks. It fell over. People lost their money. They go, oh, well, it's a beta system. And then they encourage you to wait while they teach you how to get your initial investment back off the platform. And they encourage you to sign up for the next rinse and repeat one. This is just all stuff. So this promising note is something that really annoys me, because this is just shit. This is just toilet paper he's talking about doing, and I better let him talk.
And look at Kirsten. She's all excited. And guess what? 6:30 prime time Wednesday next week. And you know how after 16 words there is no further space for more words? Because I've already used up the entire page. You know, I'm not gonna put another couple of pages at the end of this and say, oh, and if you don't do it, this is what's gonna happen. You know, no, there are no penalties, okay? When you promise someone doesn't, if you promise someone something and you don't do it, you know what? We're all good people, okay? We should all just ignore you. You know, it's just, yeah, let that guy just sit alone in the naughty corner and just, we should all just ignore that person, okay? So here we go. Here is how I will fulfill my promise. I now, after a verbal promise to Tammy many months ago, I will now write this agreement with her. So you guys could also write this agreement with me as well, and you will see how this is a very simple way to codify law and to ensure that we, in the simplest way, create an enforceable outcome for two people, okay? Now,
okay, so what he's selling is peace of mind to you. He's saying that if he writes up a contract, it will stand up in law. There's no way in hell he's ever going to get out of Dubai, and if he does, he will no doubt get arrested as soon as he lands in any other country. So this promising note is nothing to do with the law at all. This is not backed by law. That's why it doesn't matter if you write this on a piece of toilet paper or you file it in your safe haven. There's no way you can actually get Sam into a court to get your money if he doesn't pay, and he doesn't have any money. He's not a billionaire as he claims.
Now, the borrower, okay, who's the more powerful party, is Tammy, okay? So let's put Tammy Jackson, okay? Promises the lender, Sam Lee. You notice we're not hiding behind one entity or another entity. There's no need, you know? An entity that is not a human being can just go into bankruptcy and then ta-da, you know, but the equivalent of bankruptcy for a human being is death. So until death do us part, Tammy, until death do us part. Okay?
That's why I had the Grim Reaper, just in case you're wondering. And yes, death do us part, Sam.
Okay, this is a promissory note. So the borrower, Tammy Jackson, promises the lender, Sam Lee, to, what's the action, okay? To receive SUSD 10000. And then, you know, we'll include an address here. So no, send it to real Tammy, not fake Tammy.
That's right.
By time. What's the time? Okay. Let's call it on demand. So I need to send it to you whenever you call on it. Exactly. It's yours. Okay. Now, the conditional action is this. Okay. The conditional action is this.
So you do realize if you give them $100, you're never going to see that money again, because that money, it's not an investment. You are hoping that they're going to pay you 1% per day as a reward. So you are forfeiting any money that you put on the platform straight away. No matter how much you invest, that money has gone. You have agreed to give them your money to invest in their idea, their concept, and then your money has gone. So you cannot withdraw your money. I just want to make that really clear.
That you pay dollars, okay, 10000 USD, okay. You pay 10,000 USD, Okay. Oh, sorry. My phone's running out of battery. 365 days later after I make. Okay. So negative 365 days. Sorry. Negative. Sorry.
Do you think he's making this up as he goes?
Positive 365 days. Okay, positive 365 days. Okay, after lender demand. Okay, so, if I just sign this right now, Tammy just signs this right now, what's going to happen is Tammy's just going to say, hey, Sam, I need that 10,000 SUSD. And I'll be like, well, the agreement says I have to give it to you. Here you go. Bam.
Sure, Sam. I can see that happening. Can you see that happening looking at this guy's history?
Okay. And guess what? I could just forget about it. But
And he probably will just run away with your money, more than certainty. There's two things in life that are certain, death and taxes.
if I can't forget about it, I'm like, I need to get that money back from Tammy, okay? Because I really, really need some money now. You know what's going to happen? I am going to make my demand. I'm going to say, Tammy, I need my money back, and I don't want SUSD, okay? I want USD, okay? American dollars, okay? Cash, okay? And not this crypto stuff. I want cash, right? And you know what? You're going to be like, no worries. Agreement says I'll give you cash in 365 days. Now, let me ask, when you can load this 10,000 SUSD into We Are All Satoshi, okay? Into We Are All Satoshi. What amount of USDT do you pull out the upper end? 1 whole year. Great. Yeah. Because you have the credibility, okay?
Nothing is credible about Sam Lee. Remember, this guy is in hiding in Dubai. Doesn't go to any other country in the world. He just hides in Dubai. He is a full-time scammer.
Credibility, okay? I don't even need to emphasize how I'm going to penalize you for not coming through with cash, baby, after 365 days, because you have a credibility. I know you'll make great decisions that will allow me to get back my money, okay? Yeah. And I haven't delivered on time because, you know, it's just things.
So this guy here, John Barksdale, who Sam's hugging. In my other video, I brought up the newspaper clip, but I've had a long day and I'm not going to do all the pop-ups. He got charged with cryptocurrency security fraud for 124,000 million. Sorry, it's hard to comprehend those big figures when you don't earn them. Now, I've been texting John, and he's telling me that he doesn't have anything to do with Sam anymore. In fact, he told me that Sam owed him money. Now, this is ridiculous. Now, the reason why John isn't in prison yet, he's battling with courts. He got arrested, I think it was Thailand, and if you go and watch my last video, you can see him handcuffed, getting out of the back of a taxi, and you can also see the newspaper clippings. So this is Sam. This is Sam. Now, John and his sister got arrested for cryptocurrency security fraud. And they were charged with this. And here's Sam telling us the other day that he doesn't have any of his friends, well, that's probably why they're not friends anymore, involved in crypto. But this guy got done because of a crypto coin scam for $124 million. Here's Sam rubbing shoulders with them. And there's other videos of these two conniving together and doing other promotions to promote other crypto opportunities. That's one guy off the street. When is Sam going to be locked up? And why are you trusting a guy with what he claims to be buying Bitcoin at a reduced rate and then putting it under lock and key for 500 days? What happens if he gets locked up or he loses the key? When he left Australia, there was a laptop stolen, and that was the whole all the keys to all the money. And there's only one person that will have the password to get the money out of the Horizon vault that you think. 30% of your money that hits the platform allegedly is siphoned off to buy Bitcoin so that they'll make it scarce, so that if Bitcoin gets to $100, because Bitcoin's going to be halved. This is all the stories they tell you. Why don't you just go invest in Bitcoin? Why do you need Sam Lee to control your money or have anything to do with it? The coins that he claims that you're going to get by investing in We Are All Satoshi are going to be just like HVT tokens. Now, HVT tokens, Bitcoin Rodney, when they froze the funds, they only froze it for a few people, but not the multi-level marketers, no. So at one point, Bitcoin Rodney was letting people transfer their HVT coins into his account, charging them 30% to withdraw their money until Hyperverse realized that they were bleeding again, and then they cut him off. And at that time, he was offering to give away 45 million HVT tokens. I think I got that story right. Excuse me if I'm not quite right for the experts out there who also follow this. And what I'm claiming is the coins that you are buying, the worth, the value that they claim that you're investing in this company are probably most likely going to be going down the same track as HVT tokens did. That are now worth 0.0000000. Don't be fooled. And don't forget, this whole story he's telling you, these promise notes that he's writing people, he's now telling people in the community to write promise notes to people. He wants people to buy these memberships and exchange for the fact that he wants these people in these Zoom meetings sitting there like hyper zombies. Don't fall privy to it. Let's, Sam, continue, eh?
Get really, really busy, okay? And you've been nice not to bug me about it. Unlike all those video lookers who are like, Sam, buy me back. Please do the buyback. No, you do the buyback now, Sam, or else I'm going to spread all over the internet and say, don't get involved in anything that Sam's doing. I'm like, wow. I mean, if it hurts me, then you're winning, but it doesn't hurt me.
Does that sound like a guy that you want to invest with? So the promise was, VidiLook people, Sam said that he would bail everyone out by getting their one times out. What he's claiming is that if you sign up for his platform, and he does make money, as he's claiming, using that money to pay off your old debt is all what he's promising to do. Just like he reckons he's going to start up Hyperverse again. He's never going to get you money of Hyperverse. That money was long gone. I tracked a crypto transaction for, get this, 842 million. If you go through my videos, you will see it there. And that was broken into smaller crypto wallets. Now, Sam Lee told Kalpesh Patel contacted me one day and he said to me, I'm as bad as Sam Lee. And I said, why do you say that? And he said, because you're telling people lies. And I went, really? And he said, you told people that Kalpesh Patel was making $1 million a day when Hyperverse crashed. And I wasn't. And I said, well, how much money were you making, Kalp? And he goes, I'm not prepared to tell you that. But what he did tell me is that Sam Lee told him that they were transferring the money out of HVT into Bitcoin. Now, I've had clever people track the transactions and they said it got broken into small amounts, so it would make sense. He also told Kalpesh that they were never doing any whale trading, they were never investing in any startups. And that horrified Kalpesh Patel, and that's why he resigned from Hyperverse. Apparently, Kalpesh has got ethics and values, even though he's now left Hyperverse and started promoting GS partners. He did that for about 2 or 3 weeks, and then he started promoting wewe.Global, and he still is today. And if you read the wewe.Global's terms and conditions, you're actually not allowed to promote any other Ponzi scheme while you're promoting their Ponzi scheme. However, for the last 2.5 months, Kalpesh Patel has been promoting DataBank, and he's one of the key people promoting it. All these people I've been following for the last 18 months are still promoting other Ponzi schemes, promising people all sorts of porkies. Kalpesh Patel also said that Hyperverse Corporate, which was Sam Lee, because he was part of corporate, offered him a ridiculous amount of money to do a slow exit strategy for Hyperverse. He refused to do so. About 2 weeks later, Keith Williams got announced as the global sales representative for HyperNation, washing his hands of Hyperverse and all the debt. He said, we want to go forward, we want to rinse and repeat and start doing a new Ponzi scheme under the name HyperNation. Now, Keith Williams, where has he gone? Well, Keith Williams claimed, he would have been in a promotional video that was being recorded over on the 16th or the 22nd of December 2023, but he vanished, seen no more. A lady who said she had been talking to him every day, who actually looks after his community, said that Keith Williams has stage 4 cancer. Now, Keith Williams actually went to pay a ridiculous amount of money with the UK tax department and they refused. He has now been investigated for fraud and tax evasion. They refused to take his $1.5 million worth of payments. These are the type of people, this is the type of activity that is going forth. Brenda Chunder was also was given the UAS USA sales manager for Hypernation, and so was Bitcoin Rodney, Clayton Ford, you've got Pinakee Naik as well. All these guys that you can see in the bottom of my video there are all being involved in all these Ponzi schemes. And now I've been following them for so long, it gets really interesting seeing where they all go. I believe there's a bigger entity above. Do not be fooled by what they say and what they do, but do be fooled by the people that are in these Zoom meetings and instructing you and telling you how to make a little investment. That little $100, that's worth a lot to them because they get you in the system. Then you start getting used to using it. You think it's a bank account, and before you know it, you invest more money. And then when you get the rewards, they encourage you to keep that money on the platform because they don't want you to withdraw. And if everyone did withdraw, the whole platform would fall over because that's what Ponzi schemes do. And if you research what is a Ponzi scheme, it's exactly how they work.
It actually shines the spotlight on me. Yes. And you know what? There's a blue spotlight, the red spotlight, all these fancy rainbow colored spotlight. But you know what? All these weird spotlights, weirdly colored spotlights, weird attacks here, there, and everywhere. You know, when all the colors converge, what color does that turn into? It becomes a white spotlight. No. If it's like mixing a bunch of paint, yeah, totally. It'll just be grayish, gloopy stuff. But if it's light, just put all the colors in the rainbow. Bam! Have you put all the rainbow colors through a prism? It comes out the other end white, okay? So thank you, haters. Thank you for shining a white spotlight on me.
So he likes the attention I'm giving him. That's good. I'm not the only one doing these videos, but I am the only one that is on a crusade to go after Sam Lee at the moment. So if you've got any information and you know anyone that's promoting Sam Lee, please go to my website, dehek.com. Click on the Contact Us page, provide me information anonymously. Today, I had 2 people that invested in a Ponzi scheme called Luna One. First one told me he invested $6,000 and lost the lot to a Ponzi scheme called Stephen McCullough. I've put his name in a database with the other now 45 people that also had lost their money. Another guy wrote to me from the USA. He also invested in another Ponzi scheme called Luna One, and they invested $3,000. So today I've had $9,000 lost from people who invested, who probably didn't mean to invest that much, but they got caught up with all the hype. Now, just talking about another Ponzi scheme called Luna One, if you go to fourthstar.com, you will see that it is a rinse and repeat of Luna One. They basically told everyone that if they could buy a token in a pre-sale for 15 cents, and it was going to be released in 3 months' time on the open market on CoinMark. I think it was, I got that right, for 25 cents. It was a no-brainer. 11,000 people, theoretically, they said, invested. And on market day, they launched that coin at 5 cents each. Now, that same guy, Stephen McCullough, has been trying to sue me for defamation in the New Zealand High Court for $3.8 million. These guys think they can scare me because they've got the money. He chickened out. He filed a discontinuance an hour and a half before a High Court judge was looking at my affidavit. My affidavit was 217 pages. It had all the stuff that he had been doing. It fully would have exposed him. These guys don't want to get in a courtroom. There's nothing legal about what they're doing. The NDAs that they say they're signing is just absolutely a waste of time. These guys, so I'm shining light on these guys. Sam Lee's telling me that he's enjoying the sunlight. And I'm certainly going to be doing a lot of promotion showing what a big scammer these guys are and his Cloonies, the people doing the promotions, the people doing the presentations.
No, if everybody says Sam Lee is one kind of scammer, right, then, man, that's a single colored spotlight. Let's say a red spotlight, bam, okay? But if everybody's calling me scammer in different, colorful, and entertaining ways, you know what? Everybody's
Hey, I'm entertaining.
going to be like, well, Sam can't actually scam this way and scam the other way, can he? You know, it just doesn't make any sense, right? So once you basically call me a scammer in all the colors of the rainbow, that shines a white spotlight on me. And hey, I love a nice white spotlight when I just made Tammy Jackson an extra 20 G's risk-free.
Risk-free. Are you buying that? He said that he's claiming he's made Tammy $30,000 risk-free, just like that. That's amazing, Sam. You're my hero. And I don't know if you've been watching anyone who's running a scam. They often talk about, if you go to somebody's website and they have a page on their website telling you this is not a scam, 100% it's a scam. He knows he's a scammer because he's talking about people calling him a scammer. And it just causes, what's the word? I better not hold that on too long. The word that calls it, it's uncertainty. Uncertainty. You start to doubt yourself. You start to think, maybe Danny's not right. What's my agenda? Why do I do this? Am I just trying to build numbers on my YouTube channel? I've got 4,500 people who have liked and subscribed to my YouTube channel. I don't buy fake likes and I don't buy fake subscribers. A lot of these channels you go to, you can see that that's what they've done. My audience is genuine and I value every one of you guys who post a comment. I personally reply back to everyone I can. My motive is to name and shame anyone running a Ponzi scheme or a scam. Don't forget that. Don't listen to these guys saying that he's just trying to get clickbait numbers. I don't get the views to merit the energy and the time I put into this. Anyway, let's carry on.
Free. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Because not only are you free Xing, but yes, 30% of your 10,000 goes into your Vault Horizon.
Your Vault Horizon. He's the only one that's got the key.
And when that Bitcoin hits $100,000, you get that Bitcoin back. What does that mean? Your free $1,000 of Bitcoin, which is put aside for you, becomes $10,000 and you get that back. You get that back. So let's see now. You have the ability to turn 10,000 into 30,000 plus 10,000. So actually, no, you're 30 G's ahead. And you could then use this to promise other people. Yeah. You know what I just did? I simplified the legal structure onto one single.
Nothing legal about this. And since this video, Sam now is telling people to write promise notes to other people so they'll invest. So you basically pay their membership fee. And that's exactly what they did in Hyperverse. They got people to use the reward money to buy people a membership. And then they were gifting these memberships to people. And then they were telling people that when the membership broke even and they got the value of the membership back, they would have to pay the person back. And this is an old ploy. Now, why they did that, if you didn't quite follow what I said, a membership could cost $300. Now, what you could do with Hyperverse is you could use your reward money to buy half of a new membership. Then you would tell the people that you were going to gift a membership to them free of charge. You would pay out another 150 of USDT out of your own account. And then when that account made $300 back, you would ask that person to return the money. So that was risk-free. And this is exactly what they're doing. So once that person's account got up to $300, that person would get that $300. But not only that, they would get if they had multiple accounts set up, which is 20 accounts under one person, which is the 21 account structure, and they fed that person into the top of the barrel, 52% of that money that person paid would go back to the people promoting it. And this is where they made, and it killed the platform, because every time they sign up somebody new into a Ponzi scheme, they rely on 2 new people to be in that structure. And that keeps the Ponzi scheme going until they run out of stupid people. That may have been a bit complicated to follow, but it even got dirtier than that, because when they ceased the withdrawals, people couldn't get their money out of the platform. So then they just keep selling these free memberships to people. And when people saw the balance of the money that they had been given this free account, they would hand over real USDT to these people to pay back their account. And then months later, I'd get emails from people saying, I've never tried to do a withdrawal at a hyperverse, and by that time, the whole lot has fallen over. This is a disgusting way. If you know all their tricks and their propaganda, this promissory note that he's just shown you he's signed to Tammy for $10,000, he's now telling people to do the same to their friends and family. Is this not a rinse and repeat? Of course it is. They do this every day.
Piece of paper. And you know how US dollars is printed into existence by the banks, okay?
Yeah.
By the banks,
Yes.
by the banks. I just turned every single person here, and this is the grand finale of Act 2 of my Shakespearean play, okay? This is the grand finale. I played this out 3 times. Every single time I got a little bit better, okay? I had shitty coffee the first time, I had no coffee the second time, and this is why this time is great. Yeah, of course. The best always comes with the best coffee. Okay, since I've just basically allowed everybody to create agreements with everyone else without entities, it just means none of you guys need a license. You know, you don't need to write something to the regulator to get
There is no regulators. No one's controlling this stuff. You can write to the SEC when you get burned and complain about these guys, but they can't find these guys. They're hiding in Dubai. I've literally written to the Dubai royal family asking them why they provide a haven to these scammers. Never got a reply back, but I thought I'd give it a go and see if I did.
What do you call it? An exemption from the regulator. You know, I got a lot of exemptions from a regulator. That's why I do crazy things in the capital markets, right? And made a whole lot of money that way. But you know what? I made money for my rich buddies, not any of you guys. Okay,
One of his rich buddies, I just showed you a photo of that. John obviously got arrested for internet fraud, charged with fraud for $124 million.
Just got everybody the ability to do everything that the rich people do without even an exemption.
Bullshit. Rich people do not write IOUs on pieces of toilet paper, and they do legal contracts. There's nothing legal about what you're doing, Sam, and don't allege that there is. It just causes confusion for the people that are easily led. And I hope that's not you.
Because a promissory note or a promissory agreement is something that anyone can do with anyone without talking to a bank, without talking to any entity, without talking to any government, right? You know that kid on the street that you really like? He needs a new, let's say car, okay? Something a bit more expensive. And you just say, okay, sure, here's $500, all right? It is not everything, but I expect this to be coming back to me. Well, you know, chances are the kid's not going to pay you back, right? Because kids, right? But it's okay, right? You still get the kid to write a promissory agreement, okay? Because it is important to just have a record, okay? If a kid becomes a billionaire, you'll get your $500 back. If a kid amounts to nothing, you get no money back. But at least get into the habit of writing, okay? Of writing.
So Sam is not very environmentally friendly. He's just encouraging people to kill trees for no reason. We live in the digital world, Sam.
Okay. Now, how many people do we have here? 380 people. 379 people. Okay, I don't feel like talking more until we get more people. So can we go out there and invite a couple more people? Can all of us just get on our phones and invite some more people? I mean, I have all day because guess what? I'm going to go now multitask. I'm going to go and brush my teeth, okay? So you guys could keep bringing people in, okay? I'm going to go brush my teeth now. Keep bringing in more people. If the number's not over 500, I'll just brush my teeth again. Okay, 500 people, guys. Do it. Yay. Thank you for...
Now, I don't know about you, but Remember, Sam claims to be a billionaire. Now, he no doubt is living in Dubai because that's where we see the fancy restaurants when he's talking in them. How many billionaires do you know just happen to have their toothbrush handy? Not too many. I'm just going to go change the battery in the camera. So if I stand really still, you will not even notice. Did you notice? Anyway, where were we? I've forgotten. Let's go back. Browser. Where you go?
Making me not brush my teeth twice in a row. I just like people only receiving half a message, because confused people are great people, because then they have to go back and listen to everything to unconfuse themselves. Okay, come on. Let me get to work. Okay, let me get to work. Yeah. I mean, look, this is just a demonstration of what I said as being important enough for you to bring your friend, okay? Did I talk about something that is, about fast cars and nice beach houses and, how I'm awesome and you're not? No, come on. I'm trying to make you guys awesome, okay? That's what makes me awesome, if I'm able to make you guys awesome. So, time to be empowered, time to understand the secrets of how we as a community will be the ones responsible for the next global financial crisis. Because you know what? The next global financial crisis, when we do it, is just going to create the great reset that displaces institutions and puts families and friends first. Institutions will still exist, but family and friends first. So I'm not going to go into everything before because you could all watch it afterwards. But I have just highlighted how by simply structuring codified law, I have simply taken any 100-page, 1,000-page contract in the world, okay, that are between two organizations. I have taken every single contract. I can take every single contract in the world, okay, between two organizations and fit the terms of those contracts on one piece of paper. Okay.
He's a legend. You're my hero, Ferris Bueller. It was a great movie, wasn't it? Yes, so as you can imagine, it doesn't matter what you write on a piece of paper, as long as the person hands over the money, you've got nothing to lose. And of course, let's test that theory. Someone who loaned money was John Barksdale, and he says Sam owes him money. Now, I should message John, because I'm chatting to him at the moment, and ask him, did Sam Lee actually give you a promise note? Because if he did give you a promise note, then you can probably get your money back from Sam, right? Wrong.
Okay, I've already done that as a demonstration with Tammy, right? The code for this contract is SX Lee.
Imagine holding that up to a judge and going, but I have a note. I have a note.
SXL, which is my initials, 001, okay? 001. Now, by us all agreeing to be liable 100% to the promises we make through a promissory note.
We have to be a good, upstanding Christian fella.
It means we are to deliver on this promise until death do us part.
Sam's gonna die?
What that means is you don't need an exemption from regulators to make a promise to another person.
Why has the Grim Reaper turned up on the screen?
Regulators aren't going to go running around the school playground and telling school children off. No, you cannot make that kind of pinky promise to your best friend. No, regulators have no place when it comes to this kind of promissory agreement. So what promise I just made Tammy is I am loaning her 10,000 SUSD, which she can then go and deposit onto We Are All Satoshi. 10,000 SUSD, once deposited, will allow her to buy a package, which will have...
So I'm not sure if I've explained it right, but basically Sam is loaning Tammy $10,000. I might have got that around the wrong way earlier on, my apologies. And then Tammy has to invest that back to Sam on his platform. Now, what Sam's doing that for is because he wants you to loan money to your friends and family and get them on the platform so that they can benefit from his propaganda, not propaganda, but from his Ponzi scheme that will not last 10 minutes. That's what he's doing it for. Now, he is failing miserably. You might see all these videos and you might think, oh, Sam's doing really well. He's got momentum. But he's using the people that are getting the free memberships to be fillers. It's like going to a concert and only 100 people pay to go to the concert and there's 900 people behind you cheering and waving flags. They are what you call rent-a-crowd. And that's exactly what he's alleging people to do. To get this going, he knows he needs numbers. I mean, Keith Williams, Kalpesh Patel used to have about anything from 1,900 to 2,000 people in their Zoom meetings. And then I talked about David, Troy, and Marcus and their community called the Teshubi, I can never get that name, show. And they had a community. And then you've got Videolook's community, which I think we got a glimpse of in the previous video of 3,000 people in there. So he knows that he needs numbers in these Zoom meetings to make it work. And he's not getting them. So now he's going after rent-a-crowd. And he's telling the people that are making money. We showed you Kate Longley in the last video how she had been taking money out of the platform as soon as she's had 42 people sign up under her. She showed us in real time that she's taking money out of the platform today, right now. She doesn't even believe the platform that she is selling. That's because the multi-level marketers are the thieves. Sam Lee is just taking the hit for everybody. Nothing he said will eventuate. And that's why anyone pushing this as a Ponzi scheme or pushing this as an investment opportunity, reading out their stupid disclaimers at the start, need to be named and shamed because they are bouncing from one platform to the other. It's like a circus.
$3,000 going into the Vault Horizon. When Bitcoin goes up to 100,000, she gets that 10,000 back. But while she's waiting for that 10,000 to come back, she's receiving up to 2% a day, from the marketing budget of We Are All Satoshi, including the many other benefits of the platform. Now, loan. Then Sam makes the demand, and 365 days later, Tammy complies in paying that money back. It's all here, okay? So what just happened when I loaned Tammy 10,000 US dollars? She's guaranteed to make 30,000 US dollars. And then when I get...
Guaranteed. There's no such thing as a guarantee. You can see, I think I put that guarantee. 100% guarantee is what he's offering people. Risk-free opportunity. How can anybody sit here in front of you and tell you that this is a risk-free opportunity? Is he really that powerful that he can give you 100% guarantee? No, if that was the case, then you would be able to take the money that you put in to buy your membership straight out of the platform anytime you like. Because that is what I call 100% guarantee. It's like these crypto companies out there that say they're gold-backed, like K-bars. For example, they're gold-backed currency, which means whatever it costs, say if it's $1 million project, then they literally have $1 million worth of gold to back the project. So what guarantee have we got from Sam? We've got the Vault Horizon, where 30%, which isn't even 100%, of your money goes locked up into a vault that he controls, and that is meant to be your reserve, your your guarantee. There's no such thing as 100% guarantee, Sam. So why are you saying that? Because people are too weak-minded. They look at their friend that introduced them into it and go, well, they know all about this stuff. They don't. They received commissions from your membership fee when you signed up. They don't care about you. If you look at the circle of friends, normally most people are lucky enough to have 5 close friends. And then outside that friendship, you have a 15, 25, and 50. It's unsustainable to have 50 close friends. So they go out to their friends and their family, and then they don't care about you. A guy that originally tried to push this Ponzi scheme down my throat is Kent Berryman. He lives in Christchurch. His wife is called Shirley Berryman. They have been promoting Melanuka, Larev, Organo Gold Coffee. And he rang me up and he told me about Hyperverse. And that's what got me interested. I said, Kent, this is a Ponzi scheme. No, it's not. Are you calling me an idiot? And I'm going, yes, I am. You're a friggin' idiot. And I researched it. And that's how I got into doing all these YouTube videos. So don't listen to your friend that challenges you into investing in this stupid opportunity. They do not know shit. Trust your instinct. Do not think about getting involved in this Ponzi scheme. You will lose your money. Even if you put your money in for a couple of months and get your initial investment back, you're still stealing money from people that sign up under you or sign up after you, because that's how they work. How are you going to look people in the eye and say, I'm sorry, I thought it was a real genuine thing, when they've watched my video?
Back my 10,000, she's 30,000 US dollars in the clear. Who here wants 30,000 US dollars? Is 30,000 US dollars going to help your situation? Well, be your own bank, and then I can write a promissory note to you.
Give me a bucket.
I can write a promissory note to you. Be your own bank, and I can write a promissory note to you. Because if you don't be your own bank, then Bank Sam is closed for business. So, the last two lines are the most important, is which jurisdiction is it governed by, okay? So the entity I will write. Everybody, come on, we're almost done. Get out that piece of paper, okay? The entity, because we're at US prime time, let's write United States of America, okay? And in language. So in coding, there's C++, Java, PHP, all these different wonderful languages to write in. Here, it's English. So SXL001. Tammy, please sign up to DocuSign for free and just take a photo of this, upload it onto DocuSign, and then let me put my signature on this, and you will receive 10,000 US dollars. Absolutely. Be your own bank. Stop leaving your financial futures in the hands of financial institutions that are irresponsible, and push the boundaries until the taxpayers pay for their mistakes.
Oh my God, just give up on the real world and go in for a far better, more stable environment. Invest crypto with Sam Lee. Whether everyone's worrying about trying to stabilize this industry or how to, it just makes me sick. I don't even know how to answer this.
They are reckless beyond belief, and they will push the boundaries until taxpayers bail them out. Again, history.
Scare tactics. Yeah. How do you feel? Are you scared? Oh, you better invest in them.
Repeats itself. From the first central bank in the world, in Netherlands, in Amsterdam. The first central bank in the world is in Amsterdam. Okay. That central bank collapsed. Every single central bank will collapse. Everything has an end. Financial institutions have an end. I have an end. You have an end. But when we do this as a promissory note between Bank Sam and Bank Tammy, Bank Sam and Bank Alicia, Bank Sam and Bank Rajiv, Bank Sam and Bank Yvonne, Bank Sam and Bank Steve, Bank Sam and Bank Yvonne, Bank Sam and Bank Carl, Bank Sam and Bank Lucille, Bank Sam and Bank Scott.
Oh my God, I can't believe that. I think I have been brainwashed by Sam Lee, and I think I'm going to invest in We Are All Satoshi. It sounds like a fantastic investment opportunity. I'll be honest, I don't understand it all. However, I have a friend or a family member who told me it's a good investment. Get new family, get new friends. Don't be so stupid. This is a Ponzi scheme. Wake up, please. Now I need your help. I want to get these guys off the street. Yesterday's video I did was showing you 70 plus people that have been trained to do presentations. They're scattered throughout the world. And they're going out to their communities that still believe there's hope of making money in crypto. Now this is not about crypto. This is a straight out Ponzi scheme. The reason why these guys use crypto is because it's easy for people to get involved and charismatic, and they think they're investing in a crypto opportunity. If you bought Bitcoin, for nothing, a few cents years ago, it's worth $30,000 each now. Amazing. I know a guy that has, I think, 25 crypto coins on a hard drive that died, and he lost the lot. He would wish he had that money now. There's a lot of money that has been made with crypto. Let's not knock crypto. I'm not really into crypto, but I'm not going to sit here and say crypto is the problem. Ponzi schemes is the problem. There's no regulations when it comes to, Sam Lee. Sam Lee's just shown you that he can write a promise note. I promise you that I'll give you your money back when you ask for it. Sure. How are you going to go about getting your money back from Sam Lee? What are you going to do? Are you going to go knock on his door? Where does he live? Where is his company registered? He claims to have a company called Hypertech Group, and they are the company that basically runs all the platforms that these systems run on. So, as I said earlier, they started up one called, originally I think they actually called it way back. I looked at it this morning and thought, I didn't know that. Before Hypercapital, they started doing presentation as Hypertech Group. There you go, is one I haven't mentioned. And then Hypertech Group changed it to Hypercapital because Colin Star Capital was Ryan Zhu's baby, and they merged together. So that must be where they got the name from. Then Colin Star Capital started getting labelled as a Ponzi scheme. Imagine that! So then they rebranded it to Hyper Fund, and that's where it really got some traction. Then it went from Hyper Fund to Hyperverse. Did I already say that? I might have. It's late at night. And then Hyperverse really got some amazing traction. No, it was Hyperfun that got the traction. Then that catapulted Hyperverse off. They did a grand opening and they had all these people come in and talk about the different types of coins and blah, blah, blah. Then they went big time and went into Hyper Nation. Then all the withdrawals started happening around about, I think it was March and April 2022. And then they started promising people. If you go back and look at my part 5 video, you'll see Kalpesh and Keith talking about how people are all upset that they weren't getting their money, and he told them that this is normal and not to be worried and 100% guarantee that they'll get their money. And of course it's all fallen over now, so it's all bullshit. I'm actually working on part 6, which will hopefully be my next video that comes out, and this is where Kalpesh and Keith were gaslighting people into a certain way of thinking. They were asking people to turn on their cameras when they're in the Zoom meeting. And they do this to move the liability game. And they're making other people, because if they are right, now let's just say there was 1.5 million people that signed up for Hyperverse. Sam Lee claims there was 2 million people. They all invested the minimum of $300 each, which is actually over $4 billion. I had one guy ring me up telling me that his family invested $5 million. I've got numerous stories of people who invested over $100,000, hundreds of thousands of dollars, and it just goes on and on and on. However, if this is true, then how come there's only 1,700 people that have signed a petition to do a class action lawsuit against Hyperverse or the people behind it? Now, I used to fully support the petition. I would talk about it in my videos and people would go off and sign it. And it was only when something major happened a few weeks ago, it went from 800 people to 1,600 people within two days, because they realized a lot of people that had been hanging on to the promise of getting their one times back, they all signed up out of anger and fury. But that number's very low considering 1.5 million plus people have allegedly signed. So I don't believe the numbers that they are saying. I believe that they are trying to build hype. And if you look at their Zoom meetings, I've just shown you that people are in there because they've been told to go in there and support and create the hype. And in 500 days, Sam Lee's going to basically have enough Bitcoin in this Horizon safe, and it's going to be scarce, and it's going to be a scarcity. And then he's going to sell it to people and make millions of dollars, and then he's going to pay it back to the community in their coins. I can guarantee you that there'll be some stupid excuse. They'll either have a hacker, hack into the back end of Sam's bulletproof software that runs all this. There'll be some excuse, some blame game, and it just goes on and on and on. Please don't be a victim. Please do not say, I didn't think you were telling the truth. Why am I doing this? Am I doing this for YouTube numbers? I don't need it. I've got a nice community with my YouTube channel, and I do value having you as a subscriber. And if you hit the bell, you'll be notified when my new videos drop. That's really cool. I like the way I said that, Danny. Anyway, I'm Danny de Hek, aka the Crypto Ponzi Scheme Avenger. Any leads, any information about anyone promoting or running a Ponzi scheme of any kind, please go to dehek.com, click on my Contact Us page, fill out the form, and send the information to me anonymously if you like. In the description of this video, you will find chapters and bookmarks. Now, what you do is the video that you're looking at the moment, you go to the bottom and there's a more button just under the first description that drops down. Scroll to the very bottom of the page and you will see chapters. Click on those and you can fast forward or go back to the part that you wanted to know. I spend a lot of time trying to bookmark these because I do long form YouTube videos, because I think it's important that people listen to them from the start to the finish, because you are investing money. And the stupid statements they say, like only invest money you're prepared to lose, that is ridiculous. The disclaimers they read out at the start of these Zoom meetings saying that they're not financial advice and not to act on anything they're about to say is just stupid stuff. It's like me saying, look, I'm an explosive enthusiast and I'm going to read out a disclaimer telling you not to make a bomb. And when I'm reading this out, don't make bombs that kill people. And then I read out the disclaimer, and then I carry on telling you how to make a bomb. And you blow yourself up. And then the authorities knock on my door and say, hey, you told people on the internet how to make a bomb. I will say, but I read a disclaimer out to them telling them not to make the bomb. So you get off my property and stop telling me off because somebody died because I gave them advice. Now, these people are not financial advisors. Why are they giving you financial advice? I can sit here and say I'm not a financial advisor and then carry on giving you financial advice. Look, I'm very entrepreneurial. I support myself by doing drop shipping. What I'm telling you is go get a product or a service. I also sell my time on the internet. So a lady wanted to develop her own website the other day. So I sold her 10 hours of my time. And she comes around and she wants to design. She needs somebody to sit beside her and help her click on the right button. She wants to know how to enlarge images, how to shrink images. She wants to know how to lay out the pages. She wants to know how to create pages. She wants to know how to do sub-pages. She wants to know how to change the color scheme. This is all on Squarespace. That's what I do for a living. I sell my time, and that's what I do. So why don't you why don't you go and make yourself a website? Why don't you find something that you are good at? And then why don't you start selling your time? I've done really well out of drop shipping. So now what I do is I set up drop shipping sites that haven't been promoted. I make them look pretty. And then I sell those sites to people and I sell 10 hours of my time with them to show them how to find all the trending products and also show them some of our marketing strategies on how to get sales. And if I sold, let's give you some figures, if I sold a website for $6,000 to somebody, I would give them 10 hours of my time included in that. The site will be ready to rock and roll. On a monthly basis, they would have to fork out around about $150 a month or maybe $200 a month. Within the first 3 months, I can get their money back on their initial investment and I can teach them how to keep adding products. Now I have personally have 3 websites and it basically generates probably 70% of my income through drop shipping. So I show them my history and I show them how I make my living and then I show them exactly what they could potentially do. So there's full transparency. So what I'm saying is, I'm not saying that I'm trying to sell you a drop shipping website. I'm not saying I want you to hire me to show you how to do things. But what I am saying that I'm sure you're a very gifted person. Now, rather than giving your money to a bunch of scammers like Sam Lee, why don't you think of something that you can sell? Or why don't you sell some of your expertise? You can fire up a Squarespace website if you want. I'm a big fan of WordPress personally. and you can put down a service that you want to offer people and put a price on it. You don't have to, you can change your price at a later date, all sorts of things like that. Think entrepreneurial, but do not think there's such a, if something sounds too good to be true, it often is. I'm Danny de Hek. I'm a New Zealander. I love what I do. I hope I've helped you with this video. I really do ask you to subscribe, hit the thumbs up, and also hit that bell, and you'll be notified when my next video comes out. You have a great day. Thanks for watching, and let's be careful out there. I think they said that in Hill Street Blues. See yous.